noting right now, Virtus Pro, the only team in our chasing teams that is already up on the northern side. Anyone's Legend and Navi still kind of around each other. Full Sense starting to make their way over there as well, as we see 17 kind of off in the distance. So they still have the option to go there, but Anyone's Legend and Navi kind of in a tough spot right now. They've got to make decisions quickly about how they want to play this going forward.
Emergency pickup has been called by 4 angry men, given the fact that they have to go across the whole circle. That's not too big of a surprise. Early positionals coming out for JDG T1 Supers. You're talking about VP also having inside track to the circle itself. Close range positions, we do have Navi. It looks like they're kind of looking around the bridge near Fishing Camp. See if they can make a pass of their own. Other side of them is going to be Full Sense, but then on the other side of Full Sense is going to be Anyone's Legend, who looks like they might be eyeing a bit more of a Western rotate. Odd teams out on this one are going to be, of course, Twisted Minds very far over into the east. Lou actually north of Airport for some reason.
Yeah, this is like a Twisted, sending Lou all the way up there as we see. Oh, this is highlights of Jacob from the last match. I did get baited a little bit, but hey, seeing Furia get shot up in first circle, can't blame me for thinking that was actually going on at the same time. But while we watch this, it's worth noting, like, Anyone's Legend, right? They have to be kind of in the opposite mindset of Navi. Playing from first, you've got a little bit of a lead. You know you got to get kills, right? You can't just turtle up the entire time and play completely safe, but you would like to try to avoid fights early on. Coming from where they're coming from in this circle is going to make that hard. Meanwhile, Navi, on the other hand, they're already sending it across the river, and it looks like they're going to get it for free.
I mean, Anyone's Legend has so much breathing room that they're going to be kind of fine. I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if they go Western Bridge, then kind of pushing the area around JDG and between them and T1. So some breathing space, to say the least. 4 angry men, I mean, they can cut and pretty much go anywhere. Godok is entirely open right now. Wolsong, of course, we still have kind of the hills up there that this circle could go towards. But really what we need to be kind of looking at is the area to the southwest of Godok. There's a little bit of a field that leads into the hillsides, where we have Super's going to be playing from, and then we've got a couple of hills that kind of cut into the west and to the south of that, where T1 and JDG are playing. That's going to be the focus point for a lot of the rotates in this.
Rating gets knocked by the red zone. It's been a while since we've seen one of that. It looks like he should be resable pretty easily, though, as Virtus Pro is starting to creep down in that general direction. You see them stopping down on the hill just on the northern side of that red zone, looking around there in the middle of a 2-2 super split. So they should be safe for the time being. I think they got shot at by the northern half of that 2-2. Meanwhile, Navi, they have taken up position in the hills here above Hapo, but you can see 17 is starting to make their way over, but I think Navi is aware.
Okay, this is a big firefight for these two teams. If either one makes a commitment, I think Winbo doesn't have too much more of an option. He's going to rotate so close, right up on top of him. Spiro goes for the shots. Quick seat swat comes out on the other side of it. 17 does take some damage, but not enough. They wrap around to the other side. It's not done for Winbo just yet. Ferris jumps out. He goes on the hunt, tries to see if he can at least finish it out, and does not connect. 17 weathers the storm.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was close. 17 barely getting out of there, and Navi was actually taking shots in the back from JDG at range, so maybe distracting him just enough to allow 17 to pull away, and that is massive for them as they are able to keep all 4 players alive. 2 teams in the hunt, running into each other this early on is dangerous stuff.
And it's not done. There's nowhere really for 17 to go except for just a little bit more to the east of that position, so Navi's got to be careful. Furia caught up in what's going to be going on in the rotates a little bit kind of down to the south of all of this. E-Arena is still going to be over here, Petrichor Road. This has just gotten all kinds of messy down here as these squads all just kind of stopped off, realizing they need points and they just got to fight each other. No other options.
Yeah, 3-way going on the south side here as Posto's going to get taken by 04 and Opans will get another one. Furia eliminated just like that, so no hopes of turning the tides here and finding some salvation. Meanwhile, Petrichor Road has to reset as the rest of E-Arena has arrived.
Start of a little bit of a run potentially for Petrichor Road, but this is just going to be continual cluster as it looks like Team Liquid is going for a very long wrap around Hosan Prison. S2G going to be back behind him. So if this firefight stays going, there could be another 2 squads joining this.
Could be. Team Liquid is rapidly approaching as the knock comes through onto Chewy. Nice work by Nurens there to take advantage of the distraction as the rest of Petrichor Road continue to try to reposition. They'll make sure they flush their... actually, no, Nurens will make sure that they flush their kill there. Now, Palampong's going to go down as 04MB gets the angle. But as you said, Matt, this has been taking so long. Liquid has now pulled in. They're on the south side playing from the coast, and they're going to see these smokes. They're going to hear the shots. You see them off in the distance. Big grenade from I-26 takes down Nurens, and now they've got Larix playing to the wall. Nice shots from I-26 as Petrichor Road is coming alive.
Petrichor Road needs 10 points to catch up against Full Sense, and they can get involved. Team Liquid's going to stop. They want to get involved in this. They've got high ground. Petrichor Road trying to get this run going. Does manage to take down the arena, but it took just a bit too long. Instantly jumps into the vehicles. They heard Team Liquid coming. They know that they need to get out of this point. There is nowhere for them to go outside of this. They've just got to cut it out and run. S2G now nipping on the heels of Team Liquid if they overstay.
Fantastic awareness on the part of Petrichor Road to realize that Liquid was here and instantly hopping in vehicles and getting out of dodge before Liquid could spring the trap. But as you said, S2G, they're hovering around as well. They see those same smokes that Liquid just saw. It doesn't look like S2G is too terribly committed to making this push as Shilla, the eyes in the sky, looking down, and he spotted out Petrichor.
Petrichor went over into the east to try to get away from Team Liquid, so looks like S2G is actually making more of a commitment over in this direction. They want to go for more of it, so Shilla scuttling this out, going to feed that right down. Baron's going to be the guy to follow us through. Petrichor Road now taking a couple of shots. Team Liquid has gone to the west. They don't want any more of this. They don't want to throw off their pacing. Instead, it's just everybody getting down in the swamp. They're getting muddy and dirty because it is time to fight.
Dirt-made monsters down there. The oldest ship to the south. The river's still going to be in play. Anyone's legend. They made their way across the river. You can see them already hopping into vehicles, positioning themselves around that bridge. Will they commit to going south, Matt, or do they stay on the north side?
Team Liquid has inside track to anything that they want, as most of the circle now going to be on the landmass in the peninsula to the south. Bridges going to be very clustered. We still have 17 that's hopped across that eastern bridge. They're making a cut quickly. Anyone's legend still defending up right next to Full Sense is going to be in control of that western bridge. VP's got to make some very hard choices very quickly, as Na'Vi also just trying to rally up together. They're already inside of vehicles, but where do you go? You can go for a long wrap, but everything's got something back behind it right now. Everybody trying to set traps. Everybody wanting points.
And Twisted in a perfect place to take advantage of Myth as they will take down Baron. We'll see if the rest of the squad will continue to make their way through. It looks like they're going to dip around. Meanwhile, worth noting, 17, they were able to break away from Na'Vi. They go on the south side of the river. Now Na'Vi, they know that JDG is in this compound, and they're going to push it. They're playing this aggressive.
They've got to get the points. They make the commitment in. Runs by. December 12th, narrowly clinging to life. Just down to 2. Finally gets dropped. It's going to be Hackatori that finds it. And the hunt continues. Cole trapped over here. Here comes the rest of JDG. Cole does get a knock onto 1. He's trying to defend just to buy enough time for support to come in. And it has made landfall.
Massive knock to slow things down just a little bit. The rest of JDG has arrived. Cold 119 with the grenade will throw it out there. It's going to get spotted. Non's going to get spotted by a Hackatori. Boostic will find Cold 119. And now JDG is just down to Suze. He's got grenade in hand. And I think Na'Vi has got him picked out. Hackatori, can he get one more? He's down to half HP. A few more shots. Suze just jiggle peeking the window, trying to survive a little bit longer.